I have news of great importance, High Arbiter.
I'm a little busy at the moment, Arbiter number 2.
I understand that you are engaged, High Arbiter, but you said that you wanted to know if the one known as AJ tripped any of our alarms.
I did, but couldn't you just wait a few minutes until I've done my dirty business?
You did say that if it was very important, no matter what you were doing, you should be interrupted.
Well, let's add a teensy caveat to that command, shall we? If you detect the one known as AJ investigating us, you ought to tell me immediately, unless I am busy pushing out a deuce.
The caveat is understood, High Arbiter. From this moment on forward, I will not disrupt your exalted deucing. Did you want me to leave, or...?
Yes, go to the control. Tell them to unleash the Electro Hounds and the Cyber Snoops. Send out the Digi Ninjas and the T1 Tracers. They are to find his location post-haste. It is time we took care of this AJ.
You mean murder him?
Yes, murder him. That's what I was implying.
I just wanted to be clear. We find him and we kill him. Got it. Oh, and don't bother you when you are deucing. Find, kill, deucing. I think I have it all now. I will alert Control to double their efforts to locate him. High Arbiter.
He has hidden well, but none can evade us forever. Many have tried in the past and they have failed. He will make a mistake. And when he does, he dies.
So if you just connect all the dots, you can clearly see how the Arbiters have their claws into every single thing on Earth.
Uh-huh. So, are you ready to come out of hiding now?
Are you crazy? This is just the tip of the iceberg. I just have the edges of this 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Now I gotta work on the rest and get the complete picture.
Well, don't be surprised that when you get that puzzle finished, it looks like a psychiatric ward.
Maybe once I know who they are, you'll believe me. What is it, Raspberry? Uh-huh. Look, sorry guys, I gotta go. The rabbits are almost done excavating the northern bunker to this place, and they need my input. Stay safe. AJ, out.
Did he just say rabbits? Any luck on finding out where his paranoia hut is? Nope. He's really covered his tracks this time. I've checked every vacant building, basement, bomb shelter, and water tower in town. I have met a lot of very nice homeless people, rescued a few stray cats and dogs, and stumbled upon a meth lab, but no AJ. Did you check the sewers, Jason?
I told you I was never going down there again. Not since my hostage experience.
Oh, boo-hoo. So you were held captive down in the poop tunnels for 6 months by a psychotic cartoon. Big deal. Who hasn't?
I paid Vermont to go down for me. He says he didn't find anything. What about you, Fundy?
What about me?
What have you found out? Any leads to AJ's whereabouts?
Oh, right. I asked Raul if he's seen AJ around. He said no.
You were supposed to canvass the city asking everybody.
I'm being meticulous. Tomorrow I'll ask my gammy Yum Yum. Can we just drop the Easter egg hunt for this particularly crazy egg for now?
Fine, it's dropped. To be honest, I'm a little AJ'd out for the day.
Fine.
Great. Well,
what?
I know something that you're dying to talk about.
You do.
Come on, it's been a week now and you haven't brought it up. We want to know what you think.
Seriously, what are you guys hinting at?
You know.
I do?
Sure you do.
Fine. At first I thought I wouldn't like it because of what happened in the past, but I gotta admit, I kinda liked it.
You did?
Yeah, it was weird at first, and a little confusing. But by the end, I was totally into it, and now I'm thinking about it all the time. Oh, well, I figured you were gonna hate it. I did too, but once I had the panties and bra on and Sass helped me zip up the blouse, I felt, well, sexy. What? What do you mean, what? We thought you were talking about the new Star Wars teaser trailer. Oh, I thought we were talking about the experimental cross-dressing I tried last weekend. No, I haven't seen it. You experimented in cross-dressing? What do you mean you haven't seen it? Everybody's seen it. Even I've seen it, and I barely like sci-fi crap. I just haven't seen it. What's the big deal? The big deal is that you are the nerd in residence, and it's your job to have an opinion on all this stuff. Well, I sat down to watch it a couple of times, but then I made the mistake of reading the comments left by other people, and I just kinda lost interest. Were the comments negative? Some were positive. That wasn't it. They were just stupid. Really, really stupid. As were all the reaction videos to the teaser, and the reaction videos reacting to the reacting videos. I just found it all very stupid. Nerdy and stupid. You found the Star Wars teaser trailer responses nerdy and stupid. That's like me finding the conservative Christians to be pious and hypocritical. What gives? I was expecting you to be either enraged over what the teaser got wrong, or overpraising it for what it got right. I want my nerd overreaction either way. That's the point. Half of the comments were nitpicky complaints about lightsaber hilts and rebel pilot helmets and how that meant the movie would suck balls. And the other half were gushing fanboys who used the 80 seconds of footage to proclaim that the next Star Wars movie would be the greatest film to ever be made, and I hated both of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't nerds been doing that for decades? Haven't they always been weird reactionaries who spout personal opinions as facts? Dooming or exalting movies years in advance based on little to no information? Well, yeah, but back in the old days when nerds were confined to conventions, before nerdity became mainstream, it was just something you only had to deal with in small doses. Now you can't go online without somebody posting their 1,000-word screeds. Now it's everywhere, all the time. It's the dark side of nerd culture, and now that nerd culture is the predominant culture of the web, it's everywhere. Oh, I get it. You don't like it because it's popular. That's not it. I just found all the reaction to Star Wars trailers to be overreactionary and hyperbolic. I finally understand. Back in the dark ages, when you nerds were few and far between and hunted for sport by the popular kids, you loved nerd culture because it was exclusive to your little coven. Now that it's popular, you hate it. Hey, maybe that's why you're a hipster. You've moved from one formerly unpopular subgroup to a new one. I am not a hipster. I look terrible in tights. Can't it just be that I'm older and I no longer view things like movies and TV shows as terribly important, life-changing events like I used to? Sure, there was a time when I would have gotten all real excited about the teaser trailer, but I've matured, and I see all of this reaction to it as being stupid. I still love all of my nerd stuff, I just don't feel the need to get all spazzy about it, especially online. It's called mellowing, Fundy. I remember when I was younger and new to the kink scene. I had to make sure that everyone knew how important it was to me. I lived it, breathed it. I became a living, writhing embodiment of sexual exploration, and I would defend it loudly from those who judged it badly. Now, not so much. I still love the scene, but I don't feel the need to constantly live it every second of the day. I mean, when would I heal? Well, I guess faith in a higher power is better than the junk you guys have. I feel just as passionately about God now as I did decades ago. No mellowing here. Yes, you are just as annoying now as when I first met you. Congratulations. I don't know. I mean, mellowing is normal. As you become more comfortable with what you love and what you believe in, you're supposed to calm down over time. If you're still just as passionate decades later, maybe... Well, never mind.
What? Maybe what?
Well, maybe it's because you're not really comfortable with it. Maybe that's why a lot of people continue to be brash and loud about stuff throughout their lives. They never have reached a point where they are confident in their tastes and beliefs.
That is such a load. A total load. I am so comfortable with my beliefs.
Oh yeah? You mention God and religion and religious things every 2.3 minutes. That's not mellowed self-confidence. That is reassurance against insecurity.
Every 2.3 minutes? What did you guys do? Time me?
Yeah, we were bored and we had a stopwatch.
Well, I am totally secure, and to prove it, I will not mention my boss for a whole hour. A whole day. That's Okay, a whole day. No Jesus, no God, no religious proclamations or observations and stuff. I can totally do that. If I do that, what do I get?
I'll put up $50.
Me too.
$100?
Yeah, and if you lose, you owe each of us 50.
No, I'll owe you each 100 because I'm going double or nothing.
Your overconfidence and lack of a realistic view of yourself is gonna make me rich. Deal.
Deal.
Okay, starting now.
Fine.
Oh dear Lord, please attend and make sure that I can get through this.
Are you praying?
For strength.
You didn't even last 3 seconds.
Okay. Starting for real this time. Now.
So, what do you guys think about the whole Bill Cosby thing?
I don't know. I try not to. If it's true, he gets what he deserves. Well, actually, no. He's not getting what he deserves, because if it's true, what he deserves is jail.
Yeah, I love his comedy, and the whole thing kinda taints all of his work. What do you think, Fundy?
I think that Bill Cosby will be judged. I think Bill Cosby is a comedian.
Yes. And what about all these rape accusations?
Well, I think that in the I like Jell-O pudding pops.
Who doesn't?
I know who doesn't. AJ! Why are we hanging around here talking about Jell-O when we could be looking for him? Aren't I supposed to be canvassing the town? I should go out and canvass the town. I better get asking.
Good idea.
Yeah, well, bye.
We'll come with you and help out.
Dang it!
Hello, my fellow Opinion Villagers. Today is December 5th, 2014, and it's AFL-CIO Day, Bathtub Party Day, Colombian International Day of the Reef, Faux Fur Friday, International Ninja Day, International Volunteer Day for Economic and Social Development, National Salesperson Day, Sashra Tort Day, and World Soil Day. Famous dead people celebrating their birthdays today are animator and money enthusiast Walt Disney, president and sideburns enthusiast Martin Van Buren, general and mustache enthusiast George Armstrong Custer, politician and Jim Crow enthusiast Strom Thurmond, physicist and quantum mechanics enthusiast Werner Heisenberg, and director and no-hair enthusiast Otto Preminger. And now on to the questions. First up, Southpaw1 asks, intimate question at Oswald. Do you know who sold seashells by the seashore? I do. And when I find that guy's gonna get such a big revenge hug from me. He sold me a shell that still had one of those ocean bugs in it. So when I held it up to my ear, I heard the ocean, and I also heard pinchers pinching my head. Onk Infinitus asks, intimate question for Jason with a D. Is Joe Swampson your best friend? You pick his questions all the time. I'm not jealous or anything, just curious. And also very jealous. I owe Joe a debt. He saved my life during the war. The Cola War.
in the 80s. He took a Diet Coke for me, and I owe him for that. Board Gamer Guy 2 asks, intimate question for Fundy Monster. I have noticed recently that many of your sexual fantasies involve atheists. First, there's all those fantasies about Puppet Jason. Second, I remember you mentioning that you having a sexual dream with atheist celebrity Brad Pitt. And thirdly, I remember that you said that one of you sexual role plays with Raoul is that he's an atheist and you're trying to convert him to Christianity. Do you have a fetish for atheists or something? I like what I like, and what I like is the idea that I get to plow atheists, and thanks to my divine plowing, they convert to First Monstitarianism. You seem to like to obsess about a YouTube puppet's sex life. What's that all about? Wolfwing asks, intimate questions. To anyone that can answer. Where do you buy nothing for this holiday? I tried buying it at Walmart, but they said I had to buy something, and then refused to tell me where something is. And then, when I got all angry and started yelling, they called the cops. And well, I had to hide in the basement of a Barbie dream house. Don't ask how I fit in there, or why it had a basement, but, oh yeah, about my question. Can I get help? Bring a crowbar. That happens to me all the time. Always getting stuck in toys. But I'm not helping you. You have to learn to free yourself from the plastic prison that is Barbie. Good luck. Tam C. Leet asks, intimate question for Oswald. Can you ask your mom to give me back my lube? I need it back and she isn't talking to me after I whispered the wrong name into her ear. Okay, I'll ask her when I get home. I don't know what lube is, but I'll ask. Is it some kind of musical instrument? Did you play lube in high school band? Were you good on the lube? Like a lube master? Can you teach me how to lube? I demand that I learn how to lube. And now it's time for No Reference, where I answer intimate questions without referencing what the question was. Reasonable Rabbit. Go with the steel and dig past the church and we'll vent the fumes into the Arby's. No one will notice there. Sephiroth. The Gay Scum. Jason Young. I feel fine, and Puppet Jason can run real fast. I didn't hear the first part of your question. S. Secular Scholar.
I can't be an arbiter of the internet. I look awful in a hood.
Persephone 66. No, I try to do different stuff with my hair, but God keeps changing it back. The St. Clair Family. In Opinion-Ville? Yes, it's still illegal. The right to kill hookers proposal was voted down last November. KCK. Yes it would. Very much so. Like divorce level troubles. Maybe even divorce and murder level troubles. Me the Me's. Not only do they own EA, they invented Paygates! Skull. How did you know she calls me that? Finite Atticus. I wish I could, but the whole reason why cloning is illegal here is because the government don't want more than one me. Because I am so awesome that you guys only need one. Frankenstein 077. Canada Thanksgiving don't count and I can't eat bread, so no thanks. Cristobal Munoz. The problem with a mission statement when it comes to libertarians is that it feels a wee bit too much like rules you got to follow. And we pirate libertarians don't like rules. So, no, we haven't done a mission statement yet. Jason Dubin. It ain't the universe that's cock-blocking you. You are voting with your dollars. Bikes over sex. Well, that's it this time around. Remember, if you have a question you want to ask intimate questions, leave it down below in the comment section. Until next time, my darling dancers, dashers, prancers, and vixens, this has been Jason with the D. Hey everybody, it's me, Oswald, and I'm here to read you my Christmas list. Number 1, a talking Yoda candy dispenser. Number 2, a real-life ninja. Number 3, 4 dinosaurs. Live ones. Any type except for Troodons. Man, I hate Troodons.
Oswald, we're here to do shoutouts, not hear what you want for Christmas.
I'm multitasking. That means doing more than,
One thing at a time.
Like the time you tried to walk and chew gum?
I only swallowed the gum once.
And you fell down a storm drain.
What's your point?
Feminist MRA.
You are what my mom calls a contradiction. She calls me a contradiction too, like how I can be so sweet and so violent. And so sweetly violent.
Jezebel Skeptic.
That's my mom's name. Jezebel. Jezebel Fuzzy Britches. If I had been a girl, it would have been my name too. Sometimes I put on my mom's clothes and call myself Jezebel. Don't tell anybody.
Fibermedic, this is not my real last name.
Good to know. I will make sure not to call you by that name you use.
The Anonymous Cookie.
I will find out your true identity, Cookie, and then I will eat you. And your family. And all your cookie friends.
782 Cheese.
Are you some kind of cheese robot? Like a robot that makes cheese? Ooh, or a robot of cheese? Come to my house, 782 Cheese. I have some crackers I want you to meet.
Douglas S.
What happened to the rest of your name, Douglas? Did it drop off like it was diseased? Like that time my grandpa's eyelids dropped into his soup?
James St. Paul.
Oh, I thought your middle name was Street. James Street Paul.
PJ Voila.
Ooh la la. You got a French kind of word for a last name. If I had a French last name, I would want it to be Merde. My mom says it all the time, and she says it's French for wonderful.
Remember, if you subbed and you would like to have a retarded monster and a withering magic picture frame shout your name out, then leave a request down in the comments section.
And now, back to the list. Number 4, solid gold kneecaps. Number 5, a talking chicken named Roscoe. Number 6, a pocket aircraft carrier.
How many things are on your list, Oswald?
This year I'm not asking for too much, so only around 3,000 things. Number 7, a romantic evening with Mayberry Hart. Number 8, a blender that can travel through time.
Oswald, we don't have time to hear all 3,000 things.
That's what the Santa at the mall said. Until I broke him.
Read away!
Oh, Trudeau here with even more suggestions for what you could have done instead of watching YouTube. Richard Roy too says, instead of watching Opinion-Ville, I suppose I could have continued doing the house wiring, installing insulation, and vapor barrier, drywalling, mudding, painting, installing eaves trough, etc. You really are slowing down my progress. I've been at this since 2010. I think I may be at it for some time to come. This show really is disruptive. Perhaps instead of watching it, I could start a petition to ban it. But then, when would I ever get the housework done? Oh, please have the show banned. There are so many things that I could do while we were off the air. Like playing video games and, video games. My life is really empty. Jacob Lively says, instead of watching this, I could go to the streets with a net and a stun gun and hunt for a boyfriend. Not to draw any comparisons, but isn't that the way Jeffrey Dahmer did it? How well did that work out for him, Perhaps you should hunt for boyfriends the old-fashioned way, with fancy presents and empty promises. Microbloganism says, instead of watching a holiday special on a completely ordinary and holidayless day, I could have started a petition to get fish fingers banned. How would you feel if I cut off your fingers and battered them? You're right, Microbloganism. It is morally reprehensible to sever the digits of fish, batter them, deep fry them, and then flash freeze them so they can be gobbled up by children served to them by lazy parents who don't want to actually cook nutritious food. The problem is that we are far too late to do anything about it. All the fish in the world have had their fingers removed by the big fish finger conglomerates. Don't believe me? Go and catch a fish and you'll see. No fingers. They're all gone.